What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Joe here, and we are diving right back into Sephiria. We are going to go ahead and complete a run on hard mode, but this time, instead of being so brutally painful on ourselves at tier 32, we're going to do tier 3, just so we can unlock the next level and progression on the right, and then maybe, just maybe, with a few more talent points in our bag, we'll be able to knock through difficulty level 32. Because right now, the only way I'm thinking that's possible is if you go into the full crit build, which we don't have right now. There are a few really good artifacts that can make that possible, but we're going to go with a great sword today. We are using the skeleton, whose health and mana are capped at 50, but he does get the benefit of having 2 extra lives. So we're going to do that, but I'm going for the full skeleton boy build. What I mean by that is you can actually level up this great sword into a giant bone, and then that bone will basically attack the entire map, cause a bunch of hit stun. And to do that, we're gonna need a lot of attack speed. So let's see, special attack damage and crit chance is nice. I'm actually gonna go for corrosion right now. I think that'll be helpful. To look at our talents, we have our endure maxed out, so we get a 3rd extra life. We also get healing when our health is below 25. And we also get a foundation tablet off the get-go. I feel like it's very hard for me to play this game without at least 5 in luck. So you get reroll die whenever you turn down an item. And then we just got some more attack speed. So that is the goal. There's not too much, if you haven't completed hard mode, there's not too much flexibility for like some crazy talent builds. You can really only max out 1 at any time. It doesn't really matter either that we took damage, because every damage we endure below 25 health is going to heal right back up. So I'm not too stressed about getting hit. Okay, nothing here. Let's head to the right. Yeah, no, this game has been really, really fun. I definitely, before early access, or at least this stage of early access is finished, I want to get a full clear on difficulty 32. That's the goal. We're going to go roots early on so we can get something that will complement what we're going for here, hopefully. We still have 6 die. So let's see what we get. MP regeneration, no. Companion damage, no. Frost stuff, no. Let's reroll. Attack speed up. That's actually going to go really well for what we're going for. Yeah, let's do that, because cooldown speed's not going to make a difference. We'll go for duelist, so we're going to get 20% higher attack speed. We're also going to get the shield training manual, which really doesn't do much for us besides just giving us some more damage on our swirl. We're not going to do that much, though. Sapphires, I don't want sapphires. The mini-boss ain't bad, though. I think I want to go to get another tablet. We'll do that. The mini-boss is essentially a free item if you can kill the boss, but the boss here is very, very easy. I don't really have too much of an issue with him. Corrosion is doing a good amount of work. I'm taking a few early hits, but I don't care. We're fine. We're gonna kind of blitz through everything here, get as many level ups and power as we can. Another tablet early on. I am not saying no. We'll get pulsation, and then we flip it this way, level up our corrosion. So 15 corrosion damage. Not bad. I actually really like corrosion. I'm wondering if at some point there can be a very meta or potential, build for corrosion, because it's the closest thing in this game to poison. Essentially, just gives you an extra tap on them after you've hit them. But man, if you could do a whole viable build with nothing but corrosion, I feel like that would be really funny. Maybe one day we'll go for that. Mr. Slime. I did actually end up downloading Dungreed. As I had mentioned in some previous videos, I never really dived into the game much, the game from the previous devs for Sephiria, but it's gotten a lot of good praise. I didn't realize the reviews were so positive, but it also gave me a cosmetic in this game. I should use that next time too. It gives you an extra dash. Let's see. Cooldown speed, we don't care about that. Lightning bread, we don't care about that. Extra defense would be funny, since we already have some solid defense. Or I could reroll. Let's just grab the defense right off the bat. That's going to give us a defense of 4. So now we're sitting at 24. So that's 20% damage reduction, which honestly doesn't seem amazing, but it makes me wonder if it could be viable to make a build where you're just completely stacking into defense. There's a few relics that'll do damage to enemies after you're hit. So stack that on with defense, and that could be crazy good. All right, we're getting nothing but tablets on this floor, which I'm not super upset about. I feel like I kind of want to go for... I don't want to go for trick because it's going to make the board way too difficult to deal with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get distribution, and I'm going to move this down here, put distribution here so we're hitting everything, and then move pulsation. So now that's at 4, that's at 2, and we're in a good spot here. So we have max corrosion. We don't want to go this way. We still haven't gotten our prize yet, which is right here. Hello. It is another tablet, but this time they're actually pretty darn good. I kind of want to get power just for now, and then if we get something that's better down the road. What's our damage mitigation at right now? 23.6. Interesting. Not what I'm actually going for this build, but that could be very interesting to go for just full defense. All right. Let's see. I don't get corrosion off of my whirlwind, but that's going to be null anyway once we get this this anvil, because the sword we're going for is going to get rid of our special attack entirely at the cost of powering up our normal basic swing. So we'll get corrosion on pretty much everything. If I get it, I should be able to get it. I got 5 reroll die. And it's the first one. Okay, the bone gear blade. So I want to go for reassemble. So that's what we're gonna dive with here. And so we're also gonna want to get something that's gonna reduce the cost of this. Otherwise, we can only do this so many times. With the skeleton, he is limited to 50. If I get mana regeneration too, anything like that. But now it just lets us swipe like crazy and do some pretty insane damage. We're going to go for whatever buffs we can get with this too to increase our radius. Experience drop early on, I almost always want to get. When dealing damage to an enemy, deal an additional 4% damage for each debuff. That's interesting. That could stack well with the corrosion and just give us more overall damage. It's tempting. We do that or we do the experience drop. Let's go ahead and let's go for it. The scrap of red cloth. Let's see if we can't do some really silly stuff. As much damage as we can possibly get, because we want to clean out the entire screen while this effect lasts. We're already at a spot where we can pretty much kill them in 2 hits or jump off the map. It's okay. No one saw that. I thought I would actually be able to clear that. I thought wrong. Bad moles. What I also want to do at some point, I actually tried to do this exploit off screen, because when you get your luck to 20, you get the ability to take some artifacts home. So I wanted to play as the mole, who starts with a summon familiar, and see if I couldn't take a bunch of bells home and then start a playthrough with 8 moles, but I was not able to do that. Long story short, I think it would be really fun to do a build where you have nothing but minions. You'd have to try and roll Colin on the same guy. There's also some ballistas and things like that. A lot of really fun synergy that you could potentially do. All right, we got the normal boss this time. He hit us, but he really did like no damage. We're fine. The damage mitigation's great. Plus, now we're going to start healing. So I don't even know if he'll be able to kill us in time, really. All right, cool. Knocked him down. While he goes up, yeah, our health is slowly going back to 25, which begs the question, defense could be incredibly viable here. If they don't do enough damage and we could just heal up in time and then maybe get some lifesteal too, that would be very nice. There's not a lot of lifesteal in this game. To get a lifesteal build going, you have to unlock the Vampire Bat character, which is kind of difficult, not so much skill-wise, but just RNG. I really want to unlock the Vampire Bat. I would love to do a run with a Vampire Bat, but I've only ever seen the room to sacrifice blood once, and I've played this game for so long. And you have to get that room or use it 5 times. So very, very difficult. All right, we got him here. Get out of here, sir. No one likes you. I hope a rock doesn't hit your head. Okay. What do we got? Storm Cloud, Magic damage. I don't care for any of this. Storm Cloud. None of this. Reroll. Give me something good. Each time you use 40 MP in combat, gain a barrier. I do not care about that either. Reduces MP cost of Grimoire. No. I can't get more health. My health is capped. All of this bad. Oh, what is this? Enhances the projectiles of planets in the 4 surrounding slots. Damn. That could be great if I was playing with planets. But I can get this silver bracelet, which will give me at least attack speed. So that wouldn't be awful. We'll go for this. Not amazing by any means, but you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, do I want power or do I want to go for some more overall buffs here? I could just be easy and get more power. Yeah, let's do this. Let's put that there, and then we're gonna move this here to this side. So now Scrap of Red Cloth is level 2, and the Silver Bracelet is maxed out at level 3, giving us 16% attack speed on top of what we already have. So our attack speed is looking pretty nice at 141. Yeah, not bad at all. Let's get out of here. We'll grab our free health. I always forget that there's a sprint button. I never, ever remember that that's a thing. That's not one that's very viable for you to use in combat, but at least navigating around, it is handy. I have a lot of money, 1,400. All right, what you got for me, Thunder? Something good. Holy crap, that's good. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. All right, anything else that's going to be good for my build? Bear Claw. When dealing cold damage, no cold damage. No fire damage. No elements whatever. Give me this vigilance. Yes. That's insane, actually. Insane. It's not going to do a lot right now, but if I get a point to where I can organize my inventory a little bit later. We're going to go to the anvil because we want to rush our Boney Blade as soon as possible. Let's go ahead, charge up. All right, the attack speed's looking kind of nice. We still want to get some mana so I can apply that buff at least twice in an area. So many tablets. So many freaking tablets. Okay. We'll go for future. We're going to face it down this way. So whenever we can start getting things, they'll just come in already leveled up. This area is not too bad. Honestly, I thought it was really rough at first the more I played. Ooh, secret room! But I realized the third area has such a higher jump in difficulty than this place. Once you know how to deal with the cats, it's not bad at all. Oh, we got a nice free dice. I will definitely take that. The anvil should be coming up soon. Probably straight down here. Plus, with this ability, it hits the screen so widely, it's not a problem at all. Once you get some good hits done here. All right, come on. I wouldn't mind getting a boost to my damage to super armor, too. All right, anvil. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right, the creaking spine. So increases the range of my reassemble attacks, and my attack speed gradually becomes up to 35% faster. So we're just going to be swinging like crazy is the game plan. All right, tablet, enchant, or experience with the mini-boss. That's going to be the best bet. I don't like this mini-boss. For some reason, my brain just does not. Don't get that, not yet. I'm going to waste it if I get it now. You have to come back for it once you get another level up. But for some reason, my brain does not comprehend this mini-boss, and I just take so many free hits. But we're going to make it different this time. And this will be the run where we do it without getting hit a single time. Okay, what do we got? Upon taking damage, gain invincibility. Wouldn't be bad, but I don't know how much I want that. You can level it up 2 times. All right, why not? We'll try it. For almost 2 seconds, I'll be invincible, which wouldn't hurt. Let's get the level up now. The mini ballista. Not really anything I care too much about right now. Let's re-roll. The last hit of the combo gains 15% crit chance. If HP is lower than 30, increases all damage by 10%. Now that would actually be pretty huge for our build if we get ourselves down to 25 health and just keep it consistent. Yeah, let's do that. That could do some really good things for us. We have power on this, and we don't even need it there. So that actually means if I move this back, or maybe I move it forward, move this forward, move power down here, All right, so if my health is lower than 30, I'll get a flat 20% increase to my damage. Now we're playing with power. Okay. So I just need to take some damage and not heal at all. I'll heal every time I level up, but that could do some really, really crazy things. All right, we have got the mid-boss. All right, remember, this is the time where I take 0 damage. He's not hard. Stay on him. I'm only going to have reassemble once because I don't have the mana for it to come back. That was weird. I got hit. It's okay. We're fine. He's going to grab them and then throw them back out. Yeah, I know. I know your moves, man. I fought you 3 billion times. What I don't like is when you're the boss of the area. That is not a fun time. Yeah, I'm actually doing way better this time. I'm proud of myself. Hell yeah, let's go. That was great. Get my reward. I don't have any bolts. Attacks have a 10% chance to miss. Reduces damage by 20%, but my critical damage goes up. I don't have a crit build. I don't mind the Banner of Encouragement. It increases your attack speed by a good amount. And for the build we're going with, that's a flat 30% increase to our attack speed. So we'll do that. You just have to stand in the area where you killed the first enemy, which I'm not a fan of entirely. I wish leveling it up would make the 3-tile area larger instead, but max HP, we can't even get value from that. So we're going to have to go for another tablet here, which is fine. I need to rush for some attack speed, though. All right, let's see. That's the banner. We're attacking incredibly fast now. We're going to see if we can't rush for a little bit more damage here, too. I need to get my health down so I get that extra boost. I wonder, can I calculate it and go in the water? Oh, man. That's a flat physical damage up. I want that, actually. One thing I never understood is if the special damage, special attack damage up will affect reassemble or not. But I'm going to go ahead and go for this sword here, which is just going to raise up my physical damage. I'm going to try and level this up as much as I can. Let's see if there's a good spot for me to swap some things around. Not that would make it substantially worthwhile. I could debuff or remove my corrosion. So that's going to give me plus 13 physical damage. Corrosion's going to go down, though, so we won't get as much of a value off of it. But as long as that debuff is there, we're going to get the 10% additional damage. So that's what matters. All right. Yes, we have damage now. Oh my god. We have damage. And we don't even have the benefit from the ring yet. Oh my goodness. We're very strong. Okay, all right. Probably one of the most insane physical damage builds we've had so far. I just can't get hit, man. Spike, that's not bad. I wish it was a little bit more powerful, though. I will say we're getting some very, very strong RNG for our tablets. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and grab it. It's too good not to try and monopolize on. Okay, sounds good. Now we have our physical damage capped out with this upgrade. So just kill something immediately, stand on the banner, and delete everything else. All right, so next up, we got to get some mana. Just enough for us to be able to cast Reassemble twice. That's key. More defense? Normal attacks have a 20% chance to fire a kunai. I mean, that would proc quite often with our attack speed. Me trying not to get more defense just because I think it would be hilarious. Hold on. What is my damage mitigation at right now? Is it still 23.6? So that is another 8% damage mitigation. So it's not massive. Let's go ahead and reroll. Evasion up would be nice. but not really crazy for my build. I'm going to reroll one more time. Upon a successful evasion, what are these evasion builds it's giving me? More movement speed, cooldown speed, dash recovery speed, special attack damage. None of these are great. One more reroll. I think at this point I might just settle for a tablet. It might be the way to go here. One more time. Each time you use MP in combat, receive a 3% critical chance buff. That's not bad. I mean, I use MP immediately when I start combat anyway. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get the green saw blade. At least I won't keep losing my reroll dice. We don't want to do that. It can't even level up. It's stuck at level 1. All right, boss time. We have been blessed with a boss that I very, very much dislike. Okay. All right, I got this. I could do this. He's not hard. He's not hard. I wasted my my reassemble. I don't like him so much because it's just waiting for him to let you hit him. Oh, wait. The corrosion lets me see where he is at all times. All right, I'm going to drink a potion. So there's a spot where he's at on the map. Interesting. Okay. You're down here, you're up here. Yeah, it's just waiting for an opportunity to hit him. That's what this boss is, which is why I say it's so much like just a Mario fight. I would much rather be able to consistently go after him. All right, come on. Let's knock him out before we take damage, or before we lose a life. Okay, come on. Where are you at? Where are you at? A few more hits. Nice. Okay. The biggest thing was that we don't lose one of our extra lives, and we managed to do that. And our ring is actually activated now for the first time. I feel like maybe I shouldn't heal myself. Oh, evasion +3, luck +3. Stormcloud strikes 2 enemies at the same time. That would be amazing for a Stormcloud build. MP regeneration. Gain the endure buff when each physical critical hit on an enemy. So that just increases my defense every time I crit. I kind of want this, the 6-leaf clover, because I think maybe getting a buff for our luck is going to help us a decent amount. Let's do that, and then let's go ahead and grab Link in case we happen to get a cold lock or anything like that. I'm not going to grab the healing. I was thinking about the mana regeneration, but ultimately I didn't land on it. I didn't want to just get mana regeneration when I had evasion and luck sitting right there in front of me. And with it leveled up this much, my evasion is 20, which is kind of wild. All right, spike for sale is kind of wild after we got one already. Extra damage to target super armor. I kind of want that. I think that would be good, helping us burst down people. In this area, I think it would be actually quite impactful. So I'm going to grab that, put it down here. I'm going to look real quick, see if there's anything that would be worth swapping out. I don't think so, though. No, okay, that's fine. We'll put it there. I was seeing if I could level it up a little bit higher off the bat, because it can. That one can level up quite a bit, isn't it? One, like, yeah, 4 times. Okay, more health or an artifact. We're gonna go for an artifact, 100%. All right, let's see how we do in this area. The area that makes me nervous, but our damage is so high that I think we might be okay. We just have to stand in the circle, get our buff. Our mana regen isn't awful. It just needs to be a little bit faster. Max MP, we can't get our MP up. A mole, we don't want a mole, unfortunately. I wish we did, that would be fun, but I don't mind the staircase because you get such a crazy boost of speed and attack speed, but it lasts for so little. Even when leveled up so high that I honestly don't love it. I'm going to reroll. Interesting. That I don't think can work. Let's get it anyway. The discarded golden ring, you have to kill people with whirlwind. But we can't do whirlwind. But the buff that it gives you afterwards is so great that I want to see if we can actually proc that. If we can't, it's going to be very sad, but increases melee range. We want that. All right, level this up. Will this give me... No, it doesn't count as a kill. That's a shame. So the ring is worthless. It's okay. It was worth a shot. I will say this is the easiest I've ever gone through this area. The absolute easiest. There's no contest. All right, we'll go for... I was almost thinking money. Let me see. Let's move this. I want to see if there's a better way. Yeah, let's move this down here. Let's move this here. So now our attack melee range is up even more. And there's not too much else that is worth doing. I'm trying to think. If I were to rotate this. Oh, this can't rotate. Never mind, never mind. Okay, we're fine. We're going to go for the tablet. Actually, thinking back, I might have wanted to go for the enhance, but is there anything over here? No. Just some scenery. All right, let's knock these boys out. Oh my God, we're so strong. Honestly, this is so satisfying because I feel like this area is always so stressful for me, especially if you saw the last playthrough I did, where I tried magic for the first time. That was embarrassing. Which I need to come back to and try to actually get a viable magic build. Because I just have not had any luck making magic work for me, unfortunately. It's always physical. It's either something with just high base damage or crazy crit. Every single time. All right, tablet. Give me something simple. I don't want anything too crazy. What I want, actually this I think would work very well if I put it here. Level this to 4. And then there's a -1 here, but then nothing impacts that at all. Next chance I get, I'm going to sell that ring too. I just have to find a shopkeep. We need to take a little bit of damage so we get this benefit from the ring. Just stand here, delete, delete, delete. Companion HP, cold damage. When performing a greatsword whirlwind, I can't do that. Can't do that at all. Let's reroll. Direct attacks have a 1% chance to stun, which actually works really well with this build. I can't get more max MP. We're gonna do this. Maxing this out means that there's a 3% chance every time I do a basic attack that someone's gonna get stunned. And because I'm attacking so often, it's going to proc way more than you would anticipate. We're going to go for another tablet here. If we don't want it, we don't want it. We could sell it, but it could be something that I want that is like a single tile high buff, high boost. It's actually so hard for me to get the benefit from this ring because I keep leveling up. I have to like walk into something, which wouldn't be a bad idea before this mini boss. All right, this is going to be our tablet. We want to level up potentially the kaleidoscope or the dull bell. Anything that can do that for us in a decent way. Probably entrance. I could put that. It wouldn't really help up top. Let's go ahead and put it here anyway. And then I got a +1 there, but now we have, it's a 4% chance actually. That's even better. Okay, we'll go up here. If this is the boss, it's not the boss, okay. I'm gonna try and get hit once before I get to the boss. This boss is actually very easy to me. I don't think they hold a candle to the Panther. In fact, they have a mechanic that I almost ignore every single time where there's a electric field around the map, and if you get it to run into the field, it takes damage. I could get more defense. I don't want that, though. Reroll. Another tablet? Really? Let's go ahead and convert. We'll just start converting a few things. Nothing is really appealing to me yet. They said this was hard mode. I don't know who they thought they were playing. Oh my god. I'm so freaking strong. All right. This is the mini boss, right? No, not yet. And here? Up top. Gotta be up top. All right, I can only reassemble once. Make it last. I stunned him. Amazing. All right, he's already pretty low. Oh. If I get hit one more time, I'll get my damage boost. There we go. We can reassemble. And he's dead. All right, what do we got? Anything good? Power, which is kind of what I want. We'll get power. And we're going to put it on Kaleidoscope. So now we have extra damage to their armor. So it's just going to wipe it clean. All right, boss time. All right, I am under the unpopular opinion that this boss is actually the hardest boss in the game. I fully believe this. So if we do well here, we'll be in a good spot. All right, get in there so I can start attacking you. All right, I think we go. Yeah. The stun is so good. So good. All right, knock that out. Honestly, this is the smoothest time I've ever had with this encounter. All right, go inside. It's crazy that the banner is active right now. The banner is active, which is giving me such a strong boost. All right, I need to be careful. We need to destroy these whenever we get a shot. If I can stay out of trouble long enough, that was a really lucky evade. I can get my health up to 25, which will be super useful. No time for reassemble left. Yeah, we're not going to get reassemble anymore. I am not a fan of that move. I am very close to losing one of my lives. We stunned him, and we're about to get reassemble. Pop it. Go for as much damage as we can right now. Knock these out. He's going to start shooting. Oh, no. Did we stun him again? Oh, my goodness. That's crazy. This was the smoothest run I have ever had on this boss. That is, I am ecstatic about that. Damn it. This is the end. Yeah, sorry. You kind of got bodied, my friend. You kind of got bodied. Entropy critical state. Initiating damage return. No. It's okay. Get out of here. Give me my rewards. I don't want thunder armor. Extra damage to their super armor. I could stack that. Or more evasion. I don't really want it, though, because it's kind of a waste with the companion damage that we're not going to get. Let's try and reroll. More physical damage and more evasion. That is nice. However, a damage reflection could be nice too, but I'm not going. This is what I'm talking about with damage reflection. If you were to get that with a high defense build, that could be really silly. I'm going to start having some trouble getting more things that I want here. I could get desire. You can't rotate it. Never mind. I was thinking about leveling up my corrosion somehow. Or maybe even getting the model beak down here. And then if I could get something that has a single target strong buff. No, it doesn't look like it. I could do competition, which would level this up twice. But then de-level up Kaleidoscope. Which is not a terrible thing. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So that brings this down 10%, but my physical damage is now up by 5, and my evasion is up by an additional 5. Okay. All right. We still need to get rid of that ring, too. Maybe we'll get something in the shop, and then we could get a much more synergized build here. We are not going for that heal. We definitely don't want that. We want as much base damage as we can possibly get. All right. All right. All right. Let's go. We have a shopkeeper up top. Got to take that elevator. Go to the wasteland. This area is not too bad. I feel like by the time you get here, you should already have a solid enough build that you're going to kind of sweep through it. Disconnection. Oh, that's not bad. That actually would serve the purpose that I need. Ice bug, all these other spells. All right, so let's go ahead and sell this discarded ring. We'll get some value off of that. And then I can sell this too. Instead, let's put it, well, no, there's no way I would have it in a spot that would actually mean anything to me. Let's go ahead and sell this too then. The competition. We'll get disconnection. And so that's going to boost this. And, I mean, honestly, I can't really get much of a boost here. But it would boost something by 6. I was almost thinking if there's a way to get the blue ink bottle in a way that would benefit us. I could put it here, and then if I were to potentially get something that could hit it there, I would do that. Okay, so that, what was the boost off of that, actually? 6 evasion, 8 physical damage. Our evasion's at 26, and our physical damage is at 43, which isn't bad. I'm sure there's builds where it's larger, but honestly, for the attack speed we've gotten, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Artifacts, I might just go for enchant so I can level up this, the corrosion. I could get a really good artifact. We'll go for artifact because we might get something that will be worth swapping other items out. Potentially. Let's see how easy we can make this area. Not bad. Not bad at all. One thing I have to worry about is that this lasts for so long that I can't actually get it in the next area if I go too fast. 10% critical chance for lightning attacks. I don't have any. Ooh, no way. Another silver bracelet? Okay, I actually do want that. Interesting. Okay. What if we put it here? And so now my attack speed gets another 16%. We lose the boost to armor damage, but I feel like I'd rather get the attack speed. We'll see. We'll see. We're attacking so fast. Another kaleidoscope. It would immediately be level -1 though. Thorn charm, tainted bandage. I mean, this isn't bad. I don't even think it's gonna activate. I don't even think I'll be able to get anything out of it because as soon as I put it down, it's just gonna deactivate. Yeah. We'll do this. Because I don't think I can get special attack damage. I'm just going to be honest. Take a look. Oh, this is lore. I don't have time for lore. I have time for murder. That's it. All right, let's head downwards. Because I don't think this counts as my special attack. Maybe it does, but I'm pretty sure it's just a flat buff to my attack. Wow, this room was easy. Very easy. That's it here? Yeah. Okay. The only time I ever used potions was during the boss. All right, I guess just money. It's the only thing that'll potentially do anything for me. Yeah, I also feel like by the time you get here, my inventory is so maxed out that I'm just trying to get to the boss. Like, the pathways don't really mean much to me. I'm still a little concerned about getting to the last boss without a good way to manage my mana. Also, that banner buff won't really apply to him either because I won't have any enemies to kill. All right, we leveled up. I don't even know what happens if I can't pick anything up. I've never been in this situation. I think I'll just convert to die, and then if I get something that's so good, I can swap it out. That's going to be the only thing that we can do. Get some more money. I have a chest here waiting for me. Honestly, stun is not getting enough credit. Not getting enough credit. I have it proccing so often. All right, here's our money. I don't know how much you actually get. It was about 500, 600. It looked to be about 600, which isn't bad. Experience, enchant, which is like the same thing. I have almost everything maxed out. I could get enchant just for the thorn charm, and I think that's what we're actually gonna do, because that's gonna be a guaranteed benefit. That or corrosion, but I don't think corrosion's gonna do much besides just give us the debuff status, which procs a few of my other abilities. Even with my damage mitigation, I will say the damage here is no joke. I get hit once, and I'm, like, halfway dead. And that's with 28%. It was 28, right? It was something like that. 25 right now. Let's try to get... Oh, my gosh. These guys scare me. Visually, they're very intimidating, and also their attacks are quite scary. But honestly, the bigger the enemy in this game, the worse they are. Thinking about the tackling guys from the last area. Companions attack more frequently. I don't care about that. I don't care about any of this. Let's go ahead and reroll. I'm only rerolling because we're getting to a point now where I could get rid of this and then swap something else out. Trash. Inflicts corrosion on enemies you have damage that are 3 or more tiles away. That's MP steel, though. I don't know if the last hit of the combo will apply much to me. I really don't, so I'm going to bank on an uncertainty here. Wait a second. I didn't realize this was turned off, but... Yeah, this is turned off. I want to fix that. All right. Damn, I didn't realize I put myself into such a bad spot with disconnection. So then I guess I really can't get anything else. I would have to... Wait, this boosts by 3, right? So... Yeah, hold on. You could just aim this down. Yeah, you could just aim it down, and you'll still get the benefit. Let's get rid of Kaleidoscope. I don't think I'm at a spot now where it's going to benefit me much because the boss himself doesn't have super armor. We just need to get ready for the boss fight, right? So, okay. Sorry, my brain didn't work for a moment. Would I want to put this here instead? Critical chance 10% with more physical damage. And just to get base MP steel? Yeah, I think I do want to do that. Oh, I can pick up the items. That's cool. I didn't realize that. Again, though, it doesn't really matter. I wonder if you can trade with people then. I don't think so. I don't think they can see that. But that would be kind of cool. Did I already get my enchantment here? I did not. But can I use it? Yeah, I can. I can get it on the pearl. Okay. And then get some more MP steel. Anything that's going to make Asgard easier. The one thing I would probably have loved to have drawn a little bit more would be attack range, but it's okay. All right, enchant this guy so we get this maxed out. Or not maxed out, but, you know, a little bit more MP steel. I think we're at the boss now, I want to say. Yeah, here we go. A final boss. We still have all 3 of our extra lives. We are in a very, very good spot. Hello, my friend. Shut up, it's time to die. Yes, very fancy. I'm not going to get my banner buff. There's no way, because I have to kill something. And I don't think he spawns anything that you have to attack. He does decent damage, though. Looks like he did 7 damage to me. Oh. I might be at points needing to back off a little bit for... Wait, can I kill these? No, I can't. Just so I can regain my health. I still think the third boss is harder than this guy. However, maybe not with this build. Because at least I could hit multiple things with the third boss. All right, next phase. Great seed grants me strength. All right, turn this into an Undertale game. Oh, that's new. There's a little indicator below me. There used to be. Oh, oh. All right, come on. Down the middle. Where's it at? Nice. Okay, we evaded. I actually got hit by that, but evade procced. If you get hit by that, the fight ends. Wait, why are there two of them? You're stunned already. No way. All right. All right, be careful. Let's see if we can do this without losing a life. I did not play that smart. Can I kill that? No, I can't. All right, let's wait for an opportunity here. Hit him with disassemble. I might lose a life. I could drink a potion. Oh! Drinking was bad. It was a mistake. All right, where are you at, my friend? I'm trying to do this without losing one of my extra lives, just for the pure humor of it. And I think we did. Perfect. The perfect skeleton run. You can kill me, but it's already begun. I'll be back again, just like you. Hey, man, I'm a skeleton. I've been back. All right, this is the sapphires that I can't use anymore. He looks so sad. It's okay, man. Let me give you some head pats. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. All right, time to go to the next area, which is nothing. It's just this room. I can talk to the seed. It's grown quite large. I can't do anything because this is the end of early access, unfortunately. But we can continue to try on harder difficulties. Would you like to move to the other side? Yes. And that is yet another successful run of Sephiria. I feel very satisfied with this one because this is the first time I had a very specific build that I wanted to accomplish. We went in and we accomplished it perfectly, actually. And so I got myself an extra talent point, only one, surprisingly. I figured it would be a little bit more than that. But I guess if you were able to complete all of these, you get 5 extra talent points, which would give you 35 total. I don't know if you can get more than that as it goes higher up, but I would love to be able to max out 2 trees, but we still can't do that yet. Well, guys, that is it for me. I definitely love this game. I want to keep playing this game. I'm thinking of some other builds that we could possibly do. My end goal is to be able to beat difficulty 32 before early access, or at least this phase of early access, because I know we have a bunch of other updates coming out. But if you guys enjoyed the video, like always, give me a like, give me a comment down below if there's anything else you think would be fun for me to do on both this game or just gaming in general. And if you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing, man? I'm putting out videos for you every single day, and that's the easiest way you can support the channel. So go ahead, hit that sub button, turn on notifications if you're feeling especially spicy. And that's going to be it for Joe today. I will see you guys next time.